Hi friends and welcome. Today I'm going to do something that I've never yet done on any of my videos, and that's recommend a movie to you. So hang on. My family loves Christmas. We enjoy the whole Christmas season, and one of the things we enjoy doing at Christmas is, as a family, watching Christmas movies. Well, one movie we ran across recently we really enjoyed, and I felt it was worth sharing. Now, the movie itself is good. It's enjoyable to watch. It's pleasant. It's a good Christmas movie. But what I want to really share with you beyond that, and what I found to be so meaningful, was the message of the movie. Now, the movie is called Journey Back to Christmas. Journey Back to Christmas stars Candace Cameron Bure, and it's a Hallmark Channel Christmas movie. Now, our family, we love Candace. We are big fans of Candace. We just think she's great. She is a good person who does good work. And my daughter Tracy has been a fan of Candace way back since Full House days. It's also, as I say, it's a Hallmark Channel Christmas movie. But listen, it is not the typical Hallmark Channel Christmas movie plot. I mean, if you've ever watched a Hallmark Channel Christmas movie, and who hasn't, right? You know, the basic plot is the girl starts out with the wrong guy, and shortly into the story she meets the right guy, and the rest of the story is about her emotional quandary on figuring out who's the right guy, who's the wrong guy. And of course we the audience, we already know that by the end of the movie she will indeed end up with the right guy. So the only question is, what's going to happen to the wrong guy, and is he going to sometimes end up with the right girl, which of course isn't the girl he started out with, and sometimes he's just left completely out in the cold, literally. Well, this is not, as I say, this is not that plot. And it also has an element of science fiction to it, an element of time travel. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, again, I think you will really enjoy this movie. But beyond that, what I really want to share with you, and what I hope you would get out of the movie, is the message of the movie. At least the message that I got out of it. And I think the whole story of the movie centers around this message, that focuses on this message, and it's all brought about by a saying that is used several times in the movie. And the saying goes like this: even the smallest stone makes a ripple in the water. Even the smallest stone makes a ripple in the water. Now, how many of you have ever been down to the lake? You know, you're standing on the shore of the lake, and you're standing there on the bank there, and you pick up some rocks, and one by one you toss them into the water and watch them splash, right? And those big ones make a big splash, the smaller ones make a smaller splash, they all splash, but then emanating from that splash point is a set of concentric circles that you can see grow and expand and grow and expand, sometimes all the way across the body of water. And you know, standing there on the bank, we get one vantage point, don't we? But if we had a drone and a camera looking from up above, or if we were up in a helicopter looking down, we would see a different vantage point. We would see those concentric circles just expand, sometimes across that entire body of water. Now, I think the meaning of things in the movie and in my example for us today is that body of water represents life. It's just our lives. And those small stones being tossed in are the good deeds we do for other people, the nice things that we do for others. Now, I sincerely believe all of you watching my videos are good people. And I know for a fact that many of you do good things for others. But I also believe that sometimes we get discouraged in doing good things for others, don't we? And one of the reasons I believe we sometimes get discouraged is because we don't always see the immediate result. We don't always get the result, the anticipated result, I should say, the result we're hoping for or looking for. Sometimes we're looking for just a small thank you, and we don't even get that. But one thing we don't always see is the long term results, the far-reaching results. And because we're not able to see those, because again, we have that vantage point of standing on the lake shore instead of looking from above, we don't always see the great effects. So let's just say, for example, maybe some friends of yours have a young teenage son, Johnny, and you really believe, hey, Johnny could be, his imagination could be expanded, his mind could grow, his everything could be made better for Johnny if he could just learn to read more, if he could enjoy reading. And so you share with Johnny what you think is a good book. You say, Johnny, here, I want to share this with you, I want to loan you this book, and I think, man, you'll get so much out of it and you'll just love the book and all these great things. And so you expect next time you see Johnny, you're going to say, hi, Johnny, did you read the book? And what you're, listen, what you're hoping for is for Johnny to say, oh, yes, thank you so much. That was awesome. I loved it. Thank you for loaning me the book. But instead, in a couple of weeks, you see Johnny and say, Johnny, did you read the book I loaned to you? And Johnny says, no, I didn't like it. Really? No, you didn't like it? No. In fact, I gave it away. I gave it to my friend Billy. And you see, that's where we start to get discouraged, isn't it? I did this nice thing for Johnny. It didn't work out. Hey, that's the last time I'm loaning Johnny a book, and that's the last time I'm going to loan anybody a book if that's what happens. But listen. See, what we don't see is that Johnny loaned the book to Billy. And Billy's mind was open. He started reading that book and he thought it was awesome. He thought it was great. He got into it, man, and Billy over time then becomes an avid reader. He becomes a voracious reader. In fact, Billy grows up to be a literature professor so that he can share his love of reading with so many other young students and impart to them that same love of reading. And that's what we often do not see. But I guess we did actually answer the age-old question of why can't Johnny read? Because he gave all his books to Billy. Okay, sorry. I digress. But you see, we don't see always the long-term effects, do we? Let's say that over the holidays here through the Christmas season, you help to feed a hungry family, a family who's down on their luck right now, and you help to feed them, and after some point of time, they get back on their feet, but that was so meaningful to them that every Christmas going forward, they tell their children that story of when they were down on their luck and some other families helped feed them and how much that meant to them. So much so that as their children grow up, that story becomes so meaningful that they begin a foundation. They start a foundation to help feed people in need. And in fact, their children expand that foundation so that 2 generations from now, people not only in your community are being fed, but people all across the nation. And not only at Christmas time, but all year long. And that's what we don't see. Now, maybe, you want to play matchmaker. You've got a couple that you just know they would be great together. And by the way, playing matchmaker is not always a safe thing to do. But let's just say in this instance, it works out. And you introduce this couple and yes, they fall in love, they date, they get married and they raise their kids and your kids, play together and you guys do life together. And it's nothing awesome. It's nothing great, nothing monumental. It's just life. But what we don't see sometimes is maybe their children grow up and have a good life, who raise their children, and one of those children grows up and becomes a great doctor or a great scientist, and maybe becomes the person who actually discovers the cure for cancer. Or maybe one of those children grows up and becomes a great statesman and is the person who indeed brings about world peace. All because you are the one who introduced their great grandparents. You see, those are the things we don't see. But I want to encourage you to not be discouraged because you don't always get the immediate result that you're hoping for. Because even the smallest stone makes a ripple in the water. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Please go down, give it a thumbs up, click that like button, share it with your family and friends so we can get the word out to more and more people. And by all means, please subscribe to my channel. Videos come out every Monday morning. See you next week. I I know this is Christmas week, so I wanted to take just a quick moment here at the end and say thank you to all of you who watch my videos. I really, really do appreciate it, and I want to wish each and every one of you, for you and your families, a very Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.